hearing on a default against mom. She wasn't served, but she did send a reset.
Good afternoon. This is cause number 2017-39340 in the interest of Noah Sanchez. All parties, uh, please raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. And please unmute yourself, Ms. Smith.
Your Honor, this is Mr. Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez, I'm sorry. You solemnly swear to
Yes,
tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I swear.
All right, sir, please identify yourself and the your relationship to the child.
My name is Alfredo Jose Corneto Martin Sanchez, and I am the father of the child.
Right. And for the state,
Kara Mitchell.
or to note that the custodial parent, Angelica Smith, uh, made an appearance on February 25th, 2021, and signed a reset order for this Zoom hearing, setting the matter for hearing today. And she has not made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Mitchell?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll proceed then by default.
Okay, Your Honor, there is one issue that I need to have the court, I guess, address. Mr. Sanchez is currently incarcerated, and I'm not able to email him a copy of the financial activity report, which states exhibit number 1 that I would want to be admitted. And so he has not seen that. I'm also not able to share my screen with him because he's on the telephone for him to view that document.
All right, so Mr. Sanchez, I have before me a financial activity report which shows how much you've paid and how much you actually owe. You have any problem with me admitting this into evidence?
No, you can do that, sir.
All right. Then State's Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Okay. The state would first like to call its first witness, Mr. Alfredo Sanchez. Mr. Sanchez, are you currently incarcerated at this time?
Uh, yes, I am.
And how long will you be incarcerated?
Till 2026.
Okay. And are are you able to pay the child support that was ordered for you to pay at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you asking the court um, to modify your child support to 0?
Yes.
Okay. And are you also asking the court to modify your medical support obligation to 0?
Yes.
Okay. Now, uh, we have discussed um, amounts that you owe Ms. Smith. Do you agree with those amounts?
No, ma'am. I disagree.
Okay. How much do you believe, or why do you disagree that or why do you believe you don't owe Ms. Smith um, the
Well,
amounts that?
like I've like I explained at the beginning, uh, Miss Smith and I had a verbal agreement at the first court date that we both never showed up. So I was misled by her, thinking that we were going to just settle out of court. That never happened. She already knew that I was already moving at that time, and I told her, give me enough time, and I will get back with her, and then we can go ahead and discuss this further. So we wind up missing that first court date. Again, I was never notified about a second court date.
When was
So
this,
I
sir?
wasn't there. Excuse me?
When was this?
This was sometime in 2017. It was like late 17. It was like over 3 years ago. And anyway, she agreed upon that verbally. I said, okay, fine. And of course, I landed myself in here, and I didn't find out that there was a second court date until I received a notice of child support payment of some outrageous amount. I'm like, what? So, I looked into it, and it seems as though she went to court without me going to, I guess, defend myself. So, I mean, I don't feel like and plus, all the stuff that she put on there, nothing was put in there that all my other children that I already paid child support on. So she's just bypassed all my other children and made Noah like the first priority. And I don't even make that amount of money. She knows this because she lived with me for a little while.
So, Mr. Sanchez,
Yes,
as
ma'am?
discussed, as of April the 30th, the amount on the financial activity report is $70,265.20
Good God.
for child
Uh-huh.
support. And the amount for medical support, as of the last day of April this year, is $5,414.32 for medical support. Those amounts you do not agree with, once again. Is that correct?
That's correct. I don't agree with any of it.
At this time, I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Sanchez, you were served with citation on July 7th, 2017 at 2:30 p.m. You never filed
Yes,
an answer. Is that correct?
No.
You never appeared.
Never appeared. Neither did Miss Smith.
Uh,
The
well,
first
in fact,
court hearing.
on the first court hearing, yeah, but you never appeared on any court hearing. Ms.
Right.
Smith,
The first. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Ms. Smith appeared in February 27th, 2018, and you still had not filed an answer. You hadn't done anything about this. So a default was taken against you because you either had to file an answer or appear in court in some way.
I was never aware of a second court date, Your Honor.
Well, it doesn't. Well, because why? Because you didn't file an answer. First court date was September 27th, 2019.
Yes, sir. And on a promise that she made, I believed her.
That doesn't.
I know
that
it.
doesn't excuse you from appearing.
No, and that made me look like a fool right now, believing her that she would honor that promise.
Well, and
But,
what was the promise?
Well, the promise was she wasn't going to take me to court. That was it. Don't even worry about it. We will handle this outside of court, which I believed her. I said, okay.
Okay. Well, how much money have you given her for child support on Noah?
Well, at that time, before that, she was actually living with me, so I was actually providing the shelter. Go ahead.
I'm talking about since you all were separated.
Oh, since we were separated, she never spoke out to me that she needed any money at the time.
Okay,
And
so you have not paid
any.
You have not given her any money to raise your child, correct?
Yeah, but I was only out until when did I got incarcerated? The
I don't know.
3/17/2018 is whenever I got incarcerated.
And you've been incarcerated since that time.
Yes, sir. Or is it? Let me see. Yes, 18. I'm sorry. 3/17/18 is whenever I've been incarcerated. I've been incarcerated since that time.
And when are you due to be released?
2026, sir. If I had known of a second court date, I would have appeared and defended myself.
There would be
Towards
no way
this.
that you would know, sir, unless you had
I,
filed an
if
answer.
I had known.
No, but there would be no way that you would know, because you're not.
Well,
You know,
right.
they're not going to give you any more notice. You got the notice, supposed to be September 27th. You obviously didn't appear on that day, and actually no parties appeared on that date. But
Exactly.
you know, you didn't even answer, so there was no notice.
Well, I figured since her and I had an agreement, there was no need for me to answer towards anything. That everything was going to be dropped, as she said, and we were going to go ahead and handle this outside of court.
I understand that.
But apparently, I'm the fool here because she
Right.
went off and went behind my back and did it anyways without even notifying me or the courts to let them know that I've moved. So, I mean, I'm the one that's at full here, and there's no way of me to even dispute that, and I'm trying to. Again, I don't make that amount of money. And that's just, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that.
I don't understand.
That's so much money. I've never seen that much money in my life.
Well, they're incarcerated on March 17th, 2018, are you saying?
Yes.
All right.
And before I moved, she lived with me for a little while, but she knew my finances. I mean, I needed a little bit of help from her, but
I
I mean,
understand, sir. There's an anything I can do. You can talk all you want, but there isn't anything I can do about her not following through with her promise. There's nothing I can do either. But if he's been incarcerated since March 17, 2018, Miss Mitchell, I'm going to give him credit for those months since that time plus interest. So you're going to have to figure out what that amount is. I don't know. I'm going to recess and give you an opportunity to figure out what those, what that amount is going to be. So I'm going to, Mr. Sanchez, I'm going to give you credit for the time that you've been incarcerated, plus the interest that was accumulated. But you're going to, up until March 17th, 2018, you owe child support and interest. So I don't know what that amount is going to end up being, but
well, it's fair enough to drop. Yeah, I think it's fair. At least I'm not going to be bombarded with this outrageous amount right now.
We'll start with
$71,000.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to look at the financial activity report.
Yes, sir.
Or Miss Mitchell, and
So you said March.
make it. We'll begin. We'll look at April. Well, what is owed in April, which is actually 20. I'm going to award. A judgment in the amount of 22,000. I'm sorry. $22,816.12 for child support, and $1,110 for cash medical support. All right, do you see where I'm coming from, Ms. Mitchell?
I do see.
All right, April 1st. All right, that's, and the modification is approved, is granted, I mean.
Your Honor, court cost, is that something?
I'm not ordering any court costs, he's in jail.
Okay, all right,
Full hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
all right. Mr. Sanchez, I'm not, if you can log back into the other deal, you can, go ahead and do that. If not, then this is fine. I'll draft this order. I'm not sure that we can get it to you. I don't know if they'll mail it to you. But I know that you wouldn't be able to sign it anyway. So